People have told me France, Spain, Egypt, the Rocky Mountains. I know I'm going to Chapel Hill, but what are you doing this summer?
Welcome to the Licensed to Live show, where professionals, doctors, champions, VIPs, attorneys, and those in public office discover strategies that help you restart and gain what is lost when you find yourself accused. If another has doubted your integrity, questioned your credentials, or caused your actions to come under scrutiny, you are in the right place. On the other hand, if you have never felt the knot in the pit of your stomach when legal papers are served, the heartbreak of disappointing your family when the lock clicks shut on handcuffs, or had to appear before a board of review, then be aware, the longer you serve, the more likely you are to find yourself under the microscope of those who judge. Prepare yourself for this uncomfortable possibility. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jarrett Patton.
Welcome to this episode of Licensed to Live. My name is Dr. Jarrett Patton, and I am your host together for our journey today and every day you choose to listen to this show. If you or anyone you know has been dissed, please invite them to join us along this journey. Just go to your favorite podcast player and subscribe. Well, it is that time of year. Again, people are headed all across the country. They're here, there, and everywhere. People have been spending their time getting themselves together for their next vacation. It is summertime, so what are you doing? What are you doing this summer? Well, I'm going to let you know a few things that you should be doing, and of course, vacationing is going to be one of them. And we're going to talk about that right after we come back from thanking our sponsors. Hey, this is Dr. Jarrett Patton. Do you need more positivity in your life? No matter what part of your life you want to transform, positive affirmations can help you achieve your goals. But sometimes making permanent changes can be difficult. Designed with you in mind, Licensed to Live, daily affirmations to rebuild your life will inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. Licensed to Live, daily affirmations to rebuild your life will set you on the path to changing your mindset, beliefs, speech, and ultimately your actions. You can change your life now by getting your copy at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your finer book retails, or licensedtolive.com. That's licensedtolive.com.
Something smells good. EH3 coffee. EH3 coffee. Premium organic. Nothing better than waking up. EH3 in your cup. Premium organic. EH3 coffee. Nothing better than in the middle of your day. EH3 coffee. Premium organic. EH3 coffee.
The time is now to refresh your career. We help doctors, lawyers, executives, and VIPs refresh and restart. Dr. Jarrett's coaching helps you build confidence, gain more credibility, develop more leadership skills, and gain clarity in your career path. Want to climb the executive ladder or branch out on your own? We'll put your career in overdrive. Visit drjarrett.com and sign up for your free strategy session.
This is Super Bowl champion Mike Logan, and you are listening to Licensed to Live.
Well, I know another place I'll be this summer. It will be at the Licensed to Live, the conference 2022, live at the Bellevue Hotel, July 8th, 9th, and 10th. We have an incredible lineup of doctors, media personalities, nurses, you name it, they're going to be here. They're going to be giving you their advice on how you can remain licensed to live. You will get things to improve your mindset. We're going to give you new job options. We're going to tell inspiring stories that will keep you motivated throughout this terrible time. So let's make sure you guys are all coming this summer to License to Live, the conference 2022. Go to licensetolive.com. So many people have been telling me the places they plan to travel this year because, well, the summer is coming and we've had these couple of crazy pandemic years and people are just done with it. We'll just learn to live with it and move on. So people have big time goals, lots of international travel from London to Paris to Egypt, South Africa. People have been telling me they're going to a number of different places. And that sounds like a great fun time. One of the things you should do for yourself is give yourself that vacation that you need. Everybody has to take some time off to unwind, kick back, and get themselves together. So, yeah, what are you doing this summer? Taking some time for yourself has to be it is the top priority on the list. You have been working too hard. You may even become more unhappy lately. You know it's time to take that break. So unplug, get completely away. And before we even get into the meat of this episode, let's just say, what do you do on your vacation? Let me tell you what you do not do on your vacation. Answer emails, answer annoying phone calls from anything. In fact, if you can turn off your phone, stay away from social media unless you want to just post and show what great time you're having. But honestly, the time is yours. You work so hard, especially if you work for a corporation, you're working hard. You know what? They will survive without you for a week or two. And in fact, if you're only taking a week, stop what you're doing. Hit pause right now. Hit pause. No, you can hit pause right now and then come right back to me. Now, set yourself up for another vacation. Take another week or 2 or 3. And if you can take all of those vacations together, like a 2-week long, do it. You will recharge all the better. The longer you get away from all of the drama, the better off you're going to be. So take some time. Now, that wasn't even really a part of this episode because, well, that's what most people think about with summer plans. But I wanted to give you a few things for you to do this summer so that you're ready if you're looking for a new job, if you are trying to get a better job, if you're trying to move up the ranks, if you're trying to completely change stuff around, this is the time to do it. Take the time over the summer to do things. And my first tip is really about brushing up your CV or your resume. If you haven't looked at it in a while, and many of you probably haven't since the pandemic has started, it's the time to update it. Make sure you are updating your CV with lots of great information about you. Make sure that under each job opportunity or job title that you've had before, that you're listing some of the qualities that really stood out that you handled that position well, so that people know the kind of things that you can do, whether it's leadership, whether it's mentoring, whether you're a great clinician. You're going to want to talk about these things and make sure that people know about it, because a lot of times they'll just read a title and say, okay, well, that's something, but they don't understand what it is day to day. So make sure that you are writing some of your skill sets down underneath each one of those job titles that you may have had in the past. And that'll go a long way for you. But in fact, I wrote an article for Forbes. And for those of you that didn't know, I am one of the Forbes Coaches Council member. I was invited into the group. They saw my coaching practice. They've seen what I do. They've seen the License to Live platform. They said, you are the exact kind of person we want to have representing Forbes in the Coaches Council. So you can go to the Forbes Coaches Council, Google my name, and you can see a few of the articles I put out so far. But one of the articles really was about the things that you want to do for you, sprucing up your CV. And there are probably like 15 tips in that one. So I will leave that article in the show notes so you can take a look at it. because I don't want to spend the whole time talking about CVs or resumes. There's probably plenty of YouTube videos on that, but I will leave you the Forbes article just with some quick tips that you can use. And one of my favorite tips is really talking about the things you did in those job titles and not necessarily just leaving it at the title alone. That gives you a chance to talk about your communication, your leadership, your problem solving, your growth, your development, all of these things. It leaves a space for you to highlight. So this summer, take a chance and brush up on your CV. Tip number 2 for your summer plans, make sure you are taking inventory. Take a thorough inventory of everything about your job. And even if you want to spend one of the first days on vacation, or maybe the last day on vacation when it's time to go back, come up with a list of things that you like about your job and the things that you don't like about your job. Many times I advise my clients to do this, and I have them do that so they have a concrete list in front of them to show the things that they like about their job, the things that they don't like about their job. And this provides the opportunity for you to help change the things that will go along with the job. And as a result of making this change, you can make this change pretty straightforwardly. You can make that change pretty simply often, because when you know and have a list of the things you don't like, that's the time you can start whittling things out of your career that you don't like. Especially if you've been at a place for a while, you have great loyalty, you feel that they have loyalty to you, and you're not really looking to move institutions, this is a good time to come back refreshed and start having that conversation with some people, because you'll be surprised about what kind of things you can get rid of as you are transforming your career, even without accepting a new position. So make sure you're taking a thorough inventory of all the things that have bothered you over the past year or two, and use it as a dialogue to start something new. Well, so what are my plans? A lot of you guys are asking. So I mentioned in the intro that one place I know I'm going is Chapel Hill. The reason I'm going there, North Carolina. Why are you going there? Well, yeah, that's where University of North Carolina is. And well, proud dad moment. My son is decided to attend there for his undergraduate degree. So I'm pretty excited about that, for him to be able to go to a great university like that. So I'll be spending some time with him this summer, probably getting him moved into a dormitory. I know he has to go down for orientation. So that's something on my list. I mean, all my Virginia people, I normally get down to Virginia Beach at some point. So I know that's probably coming up soon. I'm sure I'll hit that early summer in June. But, I haven't fully made my vacation plans. I do have some time off. I'm taking some time off. So you guys may not hear from me for a period of time in June. And I'll be taking some time off right after the conference. So I'll go ghost for a little while after the conference. So we will be pushing everything up until License to Live, the conference. And that's where we'll go. So, and that's going to be my third tip for you guys. Really, Philadelphia needs to be on your summer plans this year. Why Philadelphia? Why not? I mean, there's great things to do. If you guys follow my YouTube channel, you see I've been all around the city, from Love Park to eating cheesesteaks to Rocky Statue to running up the Art Museum stairs. I have been literally all over the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall. I've been shooting little promo videos all around the place, getting excited to welcome everybody into Philadelphia. I mean, people came from all over last year, and it's going to be a great, great year for people. In fact, I'm not going to even say anything about it. I'm going to let you hear from people who attended last year. I'll let this run right now.
I'm John Jerica, and I had the pleasure of being at the License to Live conference this year. I attended the VIP session yesterday. It was fantastic.
I think I valued most the networking that we got to do, the intimate setting where people really got to know one another. It was very comfortable.
It really felt like a mastermind. As we learned from speakers, as attendees, we were able to share knowledge and share information. And for me, that was the biggest takeaway for the VIP day.
I really recommend that if you have the opportunity to come to the next VIP session of the License to Live conference, I would definitely recommend it.
Jump at the chance if you have the opportunity.
So you heard what people said last year. I mean, yes, even if I have to say so, the conference was banging. We had some heavy hitters. They ripped the stage to pieces. They got people excited, and people started making changes in their own life, which is what typically happens. So what is the conference about? Well, the conference is really made for doctors and made for nurses, maybe healthcare executives, but quite honestly, anybody who is looking for a change in their career. The strategies provided during this conference are sound in any department. But what we'll say, as far as being in Philadelphia for a few days, the dates are July 8th, 9th, and 10th. We're starting on the 8th with a VIP day. And this is when we get down and dirty with some real teaching. We get some real inspiration. You get some real one-on-one coaching as well with me and a couple of my super friends as we are giving you skills and strategies to restart or refresh your career, because that is what we're about here. So we will get that for you. The other things that we have going on after the VIP day, we'll always have the VIP reception, which is always nice, where we have a little gathering. A lot of times we have the speakers, we have me, of course, some of my celebrity friends, and people show up and come through. We have a good time. And that just sets the stage up for the main conference day, which begins on July the 9th. We will have a wellness speaker who is a best-selling author. We will have a mindset speaker and someone who can help get your mind in the right place to take on some big challenges in your life. We're going to also have people talking about different job options, people who have taken their passions to start a business of their own. And all of these people will be speaking live and in person. And I can't wait. You know, the best part about it, if you are a doctor, if you are a nurse and you want to attend this conference, guess what? We have applied for continuing ed credits. Yes. That means your company can pay for this conference. It is a write-off for you. So you can write off the trip and show up in Philadelphia, get some inspiration, get some knowledge, and get yourself in gear. Who knows? You may even spring off on a new career based on the inspiration you've been told. And we continue on with the next day that we're going to continue to have more speakers talking about even some of their passion projects, including maternal mortality. And we have one of my clients who has grown in industry, has pitched at several Shark Tank-like pitch competitions. And I mean, there's just so much to learn. All I got to say is go to licensetolive.com. We will be happy to get you guys set up. And there's still going to be a discount available if you maybe go today on the day that you hear this when it's released. But even so, it is going to be a great deal for you, even if you don't catch the early bird special, because the the messaging, the material is so fantastic. I mean, honestly, people have told me that they haven't attended a conference like that before, where you just feel so good, you feel empowered, you feel enriched, and you're ready to go. And if you need some of that in your life, show up to Philadelphia. I guarantee you are going to have a wonderful time. And I'll be right there to hear from you and make sure that you do. So show up to Philadelphia this summer. So with all these summer plans you guys have going on this summer, make sure that you're spending time. As you see, a lot of this is aimed at yourself. It's recharging yourself. So whether you're going to take the time to take the vacation, number one, we got to do that. And it doesn't even have to be fancy. It can just be something that you simply want to do. Like I said, I'm just going to Chapel Hill. I'm not doing anything fancy. If you want to take a world tour, you can do that as well. Brush up your CV. Make sure you're brushing up your CV or your resume, because you never know when you're going to need that. Take inventory. Likes, dislikes. Start whittling out the stuff that is driving you crazy in your job. The sooner you get rid of it, the happier you become. And then, yes, of course, take a trip. Take a trip to Philadelphia. I am looking forward to seeing you. Remember, fire starters, if you or anyone you know has been disengaged, dissatisfied, disgruntled, or disenfranchised with their career, please invite them to join us along this journey. Simply go to your favorite podcast player and subscribe to License to Live. And while you're there, rate this episode and let me know what you think about it so that I can continue to give you exactly what you want to hear as far as life and career changes. And in between episodes, I am hanging out on LinkedIn. So find me on all social media at Dr. Jarrett. So if I don't see you in Philadelphia, I expect to see you in a strategy session soon. And until then, see you next time.
No matter how disheartening the moment of accusation sounds, how deep the pain of immobilization stabs, or how bleak your future looks, no one can take away your license to live. Keep Dr. Jarrett's expertise handy and unlock your future. Go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or another podcast player and subscribe right now to Licensed to Live. See you next time.